Alright people, welcome back to another raid video, and in true Iamsteamin fashion here, we're going to be covering Versulf the Grim because he's so on topic right now. Everybody's talking about him, he's the new, oh wait no, he was the last fusion, and as usual I'm like so far behind everyone. There's like a whole other fusion come out, everyone's now doing guides on that girl, well probably aren't because everyone thinks she's rubbish, but anyway that's another video altogether. Yeah, so I'm very late in doing the Versulf the Grim. I guess you would call this a champion guide. I just wanted to see how he performs in Platinum Arena, to be honest. Because there is a lot of talk about him being the hardest hitting AoE nuke champion in the game now, because his multipliers effectively are the same as Sir Nyx, but he can double hit situationally. So I've gone about building what I think is the best possible team. It's hard to say the best possible team, but probably the optimal speed team anyway, to use him in just now. And he's actually performing pretty well. He's not too bad at all. I'll show you the video first before we really talk about how good he is. But the advantage of using an HP nuker has quite a few different advantages actually. So as a lot of people are finding now, defensive nukers are good because not only do you get that nuking potential, but they can survive the hits back, and it's just a bit more stable against some of these really tough teams that they've got on defense right now with so much RNG, swift parries, they've got reaction gear going off, all these, you know, accessories that can remove debuffs and everything. There's a lot of stuff going on, so stuff can go wrong. So if they're tough, at least they can take a hit. And an HP based nuker can take a licking because they've got a ton of HP, and HP isn't affected by defense down. Which brings me to another good point about HP nukers. They can't actually get debuffed really for their damage. So defensive nukers can get decreased defense put on them. That means they do a lot less damage. Attack based champions decrease attack. They do a lot less attack damage. HP champions at the moment don't have any decreased HP debuff or anything. So no matter what happens, they're going to deal the amount of damage that they're supposed to deal. There isn't an increased HP on the flip side of that, but they seem to do enough damage to kill people anyway. So let's just quickly cover his skills again, because it's been a while since this guy's been out. Like I said, as usual, I'm way behind the curve on this, but I like to try out my champions for a while, see how they play out. I've actually done quite a few weeks worth of matches with this guy just to see what he's like. I did try the offense during reset for a few games anyway, just to see, but I hadn't really honed it at that point, so wasn't really fair to give it that shout. But yeah, his A1 here, attacks one enemy, 50% chance of placing provoke, then places a shield on him for 2 turns equal to 10% of his HP, which is huge obviously because his HP is big. I have fully booked this guy except for 2 books by the looks of it. I actually need to put 2 books into him, but I don't necessarily need it. I just wanted to get the books into this ability here. So that's the A1. It's nothing special. Like I say, I could get a little bit more damage, I suppose, if I put that last book into him. His A2 is the big hitter, so it attacks all enemies, places an extra hit on enemies under stun, freeze, fear, true fear, and provoke. Each hit has a 100% chance of placing leech. So again, leech just gives you more survivability, so he's pretty useful if you're going to maybe not quite kill them and you have to come back and try and fight again. And this again shows why he's good, because you can put increased defense and ally protection on all your champs, so if it does go pear-shaped, then you've got really good backups to actually stay alive. And this passive here, he, when hit, has a 20% chance of placing provoke on the attacker for 1 turn. Attacks once per hit. Yeah, it's not the best passive, I'm not going to lie. 20% isn't a massive amount to trigger, but it's better than nothing. But this is what we're going for. This is the whole reason we've done this video and built this champion like this. He's got an HP aura in all battles by 33%, which can come into play if you build him in a go second team. Again, a go second team with this guy's nuker wouldn't be a bad option because he can hit like a truck. And yeah, he's obviously going to give them a decent HP aura, and he'll take a licking too. So the stats I'm running him in are 91k HP, 100 crit rate obviously, 246 crit damage, he's in Savage, 174 speed. I tend to run most of my nukers at the moment around this sort of speed now, just to try and get around this reaction meta. You can run them a bit faster, but you just end up piling in damage into reaction is pointless. So I'm running my nukers a lot slower these days, and generally stuff like attack boots, or in this case HP boots. I didn't put much onus in accuracy, but he's got enough. He's actually gone down the accuracy tree in Masteries, which I'll show you in a second too, so he's got a little bit more than this once you add in the bonuses. So he's going to be landing the provokes every so often, mainly on the nukers, which is what you want. Then a decent amount of defense, doesn't need attack. So that's the build there. Savage and speed is what I've gone for. That's the gear I had that worked with him. Let's have a look. So it's a lot of crit rate, HP, crit rate, HP again, that kind of stuff. Crit rate, crit damage, and HP percentage and some speed. That's the things you're looking for. HP in the chest, crit damage on the gauntlets, HP boots. These were actually pretty damn good boots apart from the attack roll, which we don't need. And then on the accessories, HP on the banner. I don't have that many good accessories unfortunately for these guys, but got a double attack roll in here which is not any use, so I could get a load more HP through this if I had a better one. A reasonable crit damage amulet and a double HP roll on the ring, which is pretty good. Masteries, we've gone down to Helm Smasher like I do on all of my sort of nuker champions in PvP. So some Helm Smasher here. I've actually gone for Kill Streak and Whirlwind of Death again, just because, you know, there's a lot of champions that you might not be able to kill in a winner, but especially him being Force Affinity, he's going to be tough to kill stuff like Duchess. But if he wipes out the rest of the team, then Duchess revives. Then he comes back with a big increase in speed and damage, which makes him pretty damn strong. So I use this quite a lot just now. I quite like using these two Masteries actually, especially in the current meta. I feel they're actually pretty strong just now. Now when I made this build here, I was intending on trying it with stuns as well, using someone like Astralon. Unfortunately, this doesn't say Provoke. If this said Provoke here, this would be incredibly good, the Opportunist. But I've still put it in here because I've got ways of stunning and fearing people and stuff like that. But if this said Provoke, this would be unbelievably strong. So if you were to run this guy in a team with stuns in it, it would make Opportunist really good. But at the moment, I'm not really getting the value out of that. And then I'm just going for a little bit extra accuracy here, more Lore of Steel and Spirit Haste as well. What I'll do is I'll show you the team that I've built to run him, which I believe is optimal for running him just now, and then we'll show you the rest of the champions and the gear you need on there, and then we'll try and shoot up to Platinum and see how he does up there. So we'll just go in against this team. We're on upper gold 4 right now, maybe 100 points short of Platinum. Badoon, you're getting chosen to be the random victim here, so let's go in. So the team I am running is Lysandra lead, so increased speed in all battles aura. I'm running Madame Ceres herself. And the secret weapon in this composition being Umbral Enchantress, who I love. She's been one of my favourite champs for a long time. Was one of the first champions I ever built up because I loved her kit so much. And you know what? This just seemed like the perfect opportunity to use her because she pairs so well with Versulf. Now, there's a lot of champions do like AoE freeze, AoE stuns, all this kind of stuff. But there's very, very few champions in the game that can provoke AoE freeze, AoE stun on a 2-turn. On the enemies, and she does it every time. Now, Molly would be a very good choice, but the problem with Molly is it's 50-50 whether she actually places it for 2 turns or 1 turn, whereas Umbral's 2 turns every single time, and having that 2-turn cooldown of provoke against someone like a Duchess just gives you that extra time to kill them, because Versulf is weak affinity to spirit-based champions, so you have to keep that in mind. On the other hand, he's strong against magic champions, so there's quite a few magic champions in the meta just now that you want to kill, so that's pretty cool. So let's just run it on auto and show you how it works. This team might not be strong enough, it might just get blown up. You don't need Arbiter in this one, so there we got double of provokes on, so they've got 2 turns to keep attacking this unkillable person, and look at that. Okay, we get a swift parry, but that's a good thing. Even if swift parry kicks in, he's still provoked anyway, so you just go ahead and do that. So in gold 4, this composition just destroys people. There's not very much they can do. Granted, I've got insane stats on these guys, not going to lie. But I'm wanting to run this in Platinum, so I had to run it with good stats. Got 3% resisted there. Come on, Plarium, please get rid of that 3% resist. The reason I'm saying that is because Umbral is actually like 760 accuracy there, so there's no way that Arbiter had... you know, especially with that team power, more than that resistance. You know, she'd need like 800 plus resistance. So I really wish they would get rid of this 3% thing. It's so annoying. Let's just jump in again. These are fairly standard teams, I guess. So we'll do a couple more fights and then I'll show you the gear that we need. So strip with Madame, provoke with everyone. The great thing about using Lysandra is we don't need attack up for this composition. So you can use Lysandra because she doesn't need to give attack up, and she gives a better boost because she gives the 30% that Arbiter does, plus she decreases their turn meter by 30%. So that's letting your other champions definitely come in regardless of the team that you're facing. Let's see if we've got any slightly tougher teams. I'm not fighting Hegemon with this composition, obviously. Here's a Duchess team. Now, it doesn't look like the best Duchess team in the world, but it should let you show how useful this double turn provoke is. 2-turn provoke. So strip, 2-turn provoke on everyone, and now, even though he doesn't, well, he still kills Duchess there, okay, fair enough, but if he had weak hitted her twice, she's now tied in to hitting that provoke champion twice, and it gives them a chance to just come around and blow her up. So let's quickly look at the other champions, because I do believe in the right team, this guy's actually a really, really good nuker, and I think this is probably the best team that I could come up with anyway to use him in. So the first one is going to be Madame. It's just standard. I've built her. Let's have a look at my Madame. 723 accuracy. I've actually chucked my main accuracy gear onto the Umbral in this video, so this is my second rate gear, but it's still pretty damn good. 222 speed. Could do with it a little bit faster if I want to beat the really fast teams, but I kind of struggle because I've only got a 24% speed increase from Lysandra's ability rather than the 30% that you get with Arbiter. One option is you could run Kymar instead of Madame and then just strip them with Kymar, use the 30% off him, and then you would just provoke them, but you would lose defense down, which I think makes a big difference in this comp. So that's Madame's stuff. So basically you just want as much speed as you can, and most likely over 700 accuracy to fight at top level. In gold 4, 500 accuracy is more than enough though. You can do a lot of work with that. And yeah, just speed perception gear, anything that gives those stats basically. The usual masteries, go down to the accuracy masteries. You want Eagle Eye, and I've actually got Selfless Defender for some odd reason on here. I think I was running this Madame in a strange comp at some point, so I'll maybe have to switch that out. The next champion is my favourite. It's Umbral Enchantress. So Umbral's a bit of a beast. She has got 750 accuracy, 210 speed, so not quite as fast as I would like. Don't think I had a very good banner here, unfortunately. I mean, it's okay, but I could have done with a triple speed roll there. And I think I'm to glyph quite a few pieces yet. I've only ever really got a 2 or a 3 roll on the pieces, so ideally if I could get her up to like 220, 225 speed would be a bit better. And then the rest of the stats don't really matter, to be honest. She can deal a ton of damage, but if you're going for 750 accuracy, it's pretty tough to get the rest of the stats. So yeah, just as much accuracy and a reasonable amount of speed on her is all you need. Basically the same masteries as Madame. She's doing the same job. She's a really cool champion. And then, like I say, instead of using Arbiter, you can actually chuck in Lysandra, who's a better option for this comp. She doesn't give the big speed aura, but what she does do is it means you don't have to have a double booster, because she is a double booster in her own right, because she puts increased speed on, but then she also increases turn meter by 30% and decreases their turn meter by 30%. So it's like the increased speed and the decreased turn meter of 30% on top of what Arbiter does. So she's a bit of a beast. If you can go first and you can use Lysandra, you always should, because she's super strong. She's also got a decreased complete turn meter on her A2 and a transfer debuff thing on her A1, which can come in kind of useful. Same masteries here. You want to go down to Eagle Eye because you need that accuracy to land the decreased turn meter here. And her stats, I don't have her in my fastest gear. Arbiter's wearing my fastest gear, but this is still pretty insanely fast, to be honest. 371, 326 accuracy, so she's a bit of a beast. Again, these stats are for like pushing top level plat and stuff. You don't need these kind of stats in gold 4. You know, just as fast as you can build her, basically 300 plus, really. You know, it just depends what your gear can do. It's not too difficult to push 310, 320 plus, really. I mean, on my free to play has only been going for like 100 days, and I think I'm at like 305 already. So, okay, maybe I don't know if I've been that lucky either. I've just always kept the rare pieces with speed on them and tried to get that double speed roll, because the double speed rolls on a rare piece are pretty easy to get. And if you could get a bunch of 6-star pieces from speed set with double speed rolls on it, you easily get over 300 speed on it. So especially with some good glyphs. So that's the Lysandra. And yeah, that is the team, so let's just chuck it into... Well, in fact, I'll just work my way into Platinum first, and then we'll rejoin the video up there and see how this team does against the tougher teams. You could definitely build a go second nuker team, especially as a defense team with Versulf, but the problem with this game is it's really hard to test defense teams because it used to be the case that a lot of people ran like speed teams on their defense, but nobody does now. So it's really hard to actually test a defensive team. Another reason why Playroom should really have some form of like training area for you and your clanmates or something to try out your arena defenses, because I think he could be a pretty good defensive nuker if built in the right team, using like Molly, Seeker or something like that. Maybe a cleanser, someone like Rio would be quite cool. I might well try that out one reset and see how it goes. But yeah, I'll get to Platinum and we'll rejoin the video then. So we have worked our way into the realms of Platinum Arena. Let's see where we're ranked. Number 35 in the world right now, so let's that's a reasonable amount. Let's see if we can actually climb up into the top sort of 5 or 10 with this team. Oh, I really want this guy. He looks so much fun. But anyway, I'm going to fight this team here because that's pretty standard. And we've also got the Duchess in here, which is cool because he's actually weak against Duchess. And hopefully, if we're faster than this team, this will show how good the provoke is. If anything, let's hope we're faster. Yes, we are. If anything, this video should probably be entitled Why Umbro's actually really, really good. So there we go. Yeah, don't kill the Duchess quite, but the provoke was on. We killed her anyway with the A1 there, so that was fine. What I'm also going to do, when I'm up in here, I'm actually going to change my defense to the exact same team. We'll run it on defense and see if we can catch people out as well with it. We're pretty fast for this level, so I think we should be able to catch a reasonable amount of people out with this one. Let's stick in the champions that we actually need. We've got our first Madame, our Umbral, and our Versulf, wherever he's gone. I never find people in this thing. Let's set our AI, so Lysandra's fine. The AI for Madame, you always want to set to use Midnight Ritual first. Umbral's fine, and Versulf sometimes goes a bit funny, so I'll probably just say default and opener for Reign of Sorrow. Makes a lot of sense. There, we'll put that on defense as well. Right, let's go through again. Let's find, here we go. This guy here might not be as fast as this guy, but let's have a go. It's always hard to tell when you've got a level 100 guy in top level platinum. Nope, we're faster, so we're all good. Now, unfortunately, that just shows the Umbral needs to be a little bit faster, because Madame was fine at, I think, 230 speed or whatever she is, but then Umbral just missed that debuff potential there, so she wasn't actually able to do her debuff. Just about killed them anyway there, but yeah, that shows you how much a little bit of speed makes a big difference. So if you are building this team, you need to make sure it's speed tuned, which this isn't yet. I've just kind of thrown it together. Let's have another look. Let's have a refresh, see if we can find some more teams. Right, tanky team like this. Let's have a go against this one. So we've got a Warlord in here who's a pain. We've got a big tanky Ursaga. Versulf's fine. He doesn't have weak affinity against the Candraphon, which Trunda would, but he is weak against Duchess, which is always a problem. So let's see how we do here. Righty-ho, so strip comes off fine, lands a provoke on everyone, no problem. 1 hit, 2 hits, and we've got a lot of reaction going on there, and a swift parry. But here is where the fun lies, because they're all provoked twice, so it gives us a chance to just come around and do some stuff again. We got a True Fear there, which was nice. Umbral destroys both of them. Now, Duchess is still provoked, so I might actually take this off auto now. I might struggle, let's have a look. I really want to kill Duchess. I don't know if his A1's actually going to be able to do it or not. Let's see if we can decrease. There we go, turn meter's decreased. And we land a provoke on the A1 too, so there we go. Oh, Warlord's doing some work though. Oh no, it's all going to go wrong. No. Come on, kill her, kill her. I'm just blindly attacking. I probably should be trying to kill the Warlord now. Defleet turn meter, there we go. Oh, it's going to be so close. Come on, give me a fear. That's it, we need a fear. And come Come on, he does not hit very hard on that A1, unfortunately, guys. Maybe that one extra book's what I'm missing. Can it happen? Is it gonna happen? Oh, let's go. A2, boom, dead. There we go. Oof, that was a long-winded fight. Okay, so that wasn't exactly what we expected, but it still got the job done. But keep in mind, this is top-level Plat, so there's no easy fights as such at this point. Again, we're like, where are we? We've actually gone down. We've probably lost a battle there, but right. So we did some refreshes here, and let's have a look at this top one here. So we've got an Ursaga in this team. Siphi. Hopefully, this team isn't faster than us, which they might well be with a Siphi in it. We'll just have to see. No, we are faster. Still, oh, we're not quite fast enough to do that, but Madame can do this. And we can provoke everyone. Happy days. Now, let's see how much damage this does. This is going to be interesting. I really need to get that Umbral speed up, though. That's definitely a must. 1 hit and 2 hits. Look at that. Blows up a bunch of people. Totally destroys the Ursaga, which is cool. Can't kill this guy right now, but they're both provoked again, so you've just got time to actually make your mind up. Unfortunately, wasn't able to steal. That A2 never works for me. I'm never able to steal that buff that I want to. Candrafon is now ran out of his unkillable, so I can just... Well, he's got less turn meter, so I'm just going to try and polish off the Arbiter to make sure she can't actually revive anyone. There we go. And then it's just a case of finishing off Candrafon. There we go. Beat that team. What about this one here? Here's another version of a sort of nuker team on defense. Provoke. Wasn't able to get the Foley, obviously. Blow them all up in a 1 and 2 hits. Well, Lysandra has taken a weak hit there, obviously, so that's why she didn't die right away. But there's no point in fighting teams that don't have spirit-based champions in them, I guess, because, well, there's just so many spirit-based champions on defensive teams. Like, if you're facing in Platinum Arena just now, you're going to be fighting Duchess, so I'm just going to keep fighting these sorts of teams just to see how they do, because, you know, obviously this team's going to do great against a non-spirit based team like this. In fact, we'll jump into that maybe, but what about this bottom team here? We've got pretty solid looking team. We've got Siphi in here, we've got ourselves a Necrit, we've got obviously the Duchess and Rotos. Now Rotos will take the double hit from Versulf hopefully, so that should make this work. Let's try this one here. It might be a bit awkward because Siphi will remove debuffs and things like that. Right, coming into this one, let's hope we can actually strip these guys. They're probably pretty high resist. Nope, we've got enough to do provokes as well. Now comes reaction, watch this. Was there a bunch of... Oh, we actually killed quite a lot of them there, so that was pretty decent hits. Right, now let's... Hopefully we can steal some buffs, that's what we need. Take down this Reviver. Obviously there's a swift parry. Right, let's take down the Reviver. Now we just have to polish off the Rotos. He's got fear on him as well. Now I'll probably reset the turn meter that way. Yep, there we go. And then we can just do this for the win, because he's got Provoke on him, so it's a double hit. Happy days, happy days. So that is Versulf. Is he any good in Platinum? Yeah, he's actually not too bad. I'm not going to say he's like a top tier nuker or anything like that, but I think he could be definitely viable in certain type of compositions as a solid nuker, and he runs super well with Umbral Enchantress, who I think is just a great champion in general. You know, Void Affinity, so she can't weak hit, and she can put the 2-turn provoke on guaranteed, which Molly can't do, which is one of the reasons why Molly's so good. So yeah, I think he's pretty solid. If you put him in decent gear, build him right, he can do a ton of work, and he's totally immune to decreased attack and defense, which a lot of the champs like Solus and stuff, who is the sort of #1 defensive based nuker, or you know, surviving nuker as such you would call them. Yeah, at least Versulf can't be affected by that, but on the same respect, he can't be buffed. You know, if there was an increased HP buff, then this guy would smack so hard, it'd be ridiculous. So I wonder if at some point they will put in decrease HP or increase HP buff and debuff. Be interesting to see if they do that at some point. But yeah, I was having a lot of fun with him. He's actually really fun to use. It kind of frustrates me the fact that this is in here. I just kind of wish that this was another AoE or another sort of damage dealing thing, because it just seems like this one hits pretty damn hard. I also wish the leech wasn't on there, because the leech triggering often triggers a counter attack from the opposing team, which is a total pain. So I kind of wish the leech wasn't there and this was just like another solid AoE, because it feels like he's trying to do too many different things at once. He's like, this is a very defensive base or even a PvE type ability, whereas and this is kind of random, but this AoE hits really, really hard, so he's kind of an enigma. The A1 doesn't hit too hard. Granted, I don't have all the books in him yet, but I don't think 5% is going to make much of a difference to his A1 damage. But yeah, that's Versulf, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video and have a great day. Peace.